my year 12, and then which I was really happy with, which got me the marks to go through to university, and that was really important for me to have something ticking along as I went through. With hockey, whilst it's the funding and those sorts of things are great while you're competing and wanting to achieve your dream of playing at the top level, there's outside of hockey, life after hockey, there's no real money in it. It's it's not as if even while you're playing there's not a huge amount of dollars involved. So for me it was an opportunity at university to get a good grounding whilst I was training, so that once I finished my sporting career I was able to go on to something after hockey and get a job in IT, which is something that I have a passion for. And I think that's a major thing, that whatever you do, you can't just have your sport going along. You need to have something as well, so you get the whole balanced lifestyle. And whatever you do, I think it's important that you're passionate about what you do. Support network is absolutely important. Family, friends and those sorts of things. To balance such a busy lifestyle and to get the help that you can from your family and friends is fantastic. Also, when the chips are down a bit and you're struggling or you haven't been selected for those sorts of things, they become good sounding boards. And the best thing about your family and friends and your support network is that you can get an honest answer out of them. I think that's the biggest thing that I found that was really beneficial to me. It wasn't as if they were saying, oh, you'll get there, you'll get there, you'll get there, but they'd be honest and say, this is why you're not getting there. These are the things that you need to do to get where you need to be. If I had my time over again, I'd do it exactly the same. People always ask you in the sporting world, what are your regrets for being a hockey player, or being at the elite level? Do you have any regrets and those sorts of things? And at the end of the day, you don't, because you're living your dream, and that's what it's all about to me. If you can enjoy what you're doing and you're passionate about what you're doing, then there's nothing else I'd rather be doing than what you love. So yes, sacrifices, you can say the money, you can say the time, the friends, the other experiences, but what you miss out with over here, you get doing your sport and playing your sport. So for me, yeah, there's no sacrifices and wouldn't have had it any other way. Obviously, the highs would be winning an Olympic gold medal. That was a pretty special time in my life. The ultimate high, I think, was scoring the goal in the final, the equalising goal just after half time. It's something that I sort of sit down now that I've retired and sort of think back of how special that moment was, and what made it more special is how I had family and friends there to celebrate that moment with me. Was something really special that I'll treasure for the rest of my life. Also going to another Olympic Games in China after the one in Athens, and just to experience 2 Olympic Games, feel quite special to have done that. Also to contrast them, to see the difference between 2 games, Olympic Games, and how they're organised and the people that are involved in those sorts of things. That was a fantastic experience. I was part of a very successful Kookaburras team at the time, and we won Champions trophies and other tournaments throughout, and so I think just more the memories and the celebrations of those victories and those sorts of things are all highs to me, and something that I'll hold dear to me for the rest of my life, just thinking back across those times and those memories. I think when I was 21 or 20, I was on the verge of breaking into the national squad, and I got osteitis pubis, which was, it's obviously it's an inflammation of your groin and those sorts of things, and it was really debilitating for me. It forced me to take about 9 months off sport, which was something that at such a young age, when you want to be running around and want to be trying to impress the selectors and coaches and those sorts of things, to push yourself forward and put your hand up for the next level. To experience that at a time was very frustrating. Not only to be on the sidelines and not being part of the trainings and those sorts of things, but also to see other guys that were pushed ahead of you, purely for the fact that they were fit and able to compete at that level. It's frustrating to think, you'll sit there and go, I'm a better better hockey player than that person, but I don't have that opportunity to do it, and nor can I have that opportunity to do it because I'm sitting here on the sidelines, wrapped up in bandages, trying to get myself right again. So that was a very testing time for me, but also I think during that time I learned a lot about myself and a lot about why I'm doing what I'm doing, and hockey was such a passion for me, and whilst it was frustrating at the time, it gave me a good opportunity to go back to why I'm doing what I'm doing, what I enjoy about it, and then from there I came up with a bit of a plan of the steps that I needed to take to get back to that top level. So it's during your sporting career, whilst you don't want to get injured, when you do get injured, it gives you a time to step away from your training and your normal regime to evaluate, things that you're doing, things outside of hockey, those sorts of things. And once you get a clear thought and a clear vision of what's going on outside of hockey, what's going on inside hockey, and what you need to do to get to where you want to go, the decisions and the processes and those sorts of things became extremely easy and simple to make. You just knew what you had to do and you went out and did it.